Hello and welcome back to my playthrough of Pokemon Pyrite. In the last episode, we beat the Elite Four and then defeated Lance in the championship battle in a series of very tense and difficult battles. So now we are here and we are ready to explore Kanto and go into our Kanto portion of this game. As you can see, we have our team here all over 75. Level 75 was the level that we wanted to grind to, and as we'd expect, we get a quick ring from Professor Elm, who wants to talk to us. He tells us to head to Kanto, and he's going to give us an Everstone. That was because of the egg. But I think what he said is that we actually want to be heading this way towards Kanto, which is not usually the way we'd go. Obviously, normally we'd get the SS Anne, and we'd arrive in Viridian City. But it turns out here that what they're saying is that they want us to go to the entrance of Victory Road and turn the other way. So obviously for us, it's a lot easier for us if we actually fly to Victory Road, because then we don't need to use Waterfall. So we're going to fly over here, and we're going to keep Donphan at the front. Earthquake should do a lot. As you can see, I think I had a max repel on or something like that previously. But anyway, we're going to be able to take out, hopefully, a lot of the Pokemon around. Most of the wild Pokemon shouldn't be too much of an issue for us. But what is going to be an issue is remembering the path you've got to take. Please, can I escape? And now I can't be recalled. There we go, cool. So obviously Golem and Rhydon are both weak to ground, as is Steelix. Obviously all of these do actually have pretty high defenses, but they're also all physical attackers, and we as Donphan, we really do a great job at resisting a lot of physical attacks. So I'm not too worried about that as such. Obviously, we only have a limited number of earthquakes, so that's something we've got to pay attention to. There's no real point in rollouting against, certainly not against Steelix, because obviously both steel and ground resist rock, so it'd be quadruply resisted and would do very little. But anyway, we're going to make our way all the way through. As you can see, we are really zipping through all of these. That's our last earthquake, so I would be almost certain that we're not going to be able to make it to the next area, so I'm just going to put in Aridos. Obviously, actually we do make it, cool. So anyway, so this is what they said, we could actually head this way. So this is normally only available to us once you reach Viridian City. So sorry, not Viridian. No, it is Viridian, that is right. It's Vermilion that you have the ferry to. Apologies. But anyway, so yeah, so we are now here. This is the Pokemon Elite entrance here, and we have a trainer, and I don't remember having a trainer here. So I think what's happened is that the maker of this hack, the maker of Pyrite, is it Crystal? I think it's Crystal. Anyway, the maker of this hack decided that they wanted to very much expand on the Kanto portion of the games. So I think we're going to actually have a lot more to do in Kanto than we would normally. I'm just going to put Togetic back up front, and we're going to see what is going on. So he's going to show us how tough Kanto Pokemon are. He starts off with Eradicate. I'm just going to start off with Charming You. Obviously he's going to Super Fang, as obviously it does half damage. Hyper Fang. I never realised Hyper Fang could flinch. We're going to go into Ursaring here. Hyper Fang does very little to us. So obviously level 70 though, so we can expect some pretty tough battles to be had around this sort of area. As we're going to be able to Earthquake this Nidoking, and it does a huge amount of damage. And his final Pokemon is the Thero, which most likely will be able to take me out with Drill Peck or whatever it's going to have. So I'm going to go into Vaporeon here. Double Edge. And we're going to Ice Beam. And hopefully that should take it out. There we go, cool. So, let's just see. We'll probably want to talk to a lot of these trainers, because obviously we won't actually if they're new trainers, then we won't have heard their dialogue trees before. But anyway, I'm training very hard to challenge the Pokemon League. And you'd think with his level 70s, he'd actually have a decent shot of it. So obviously, we're going to put Typhlosion at the front, just as we're going to search around here for whatever Pokemon are available. As we see Wild Poliwhirl, Wild Venomoth. If Flamethrower is a one-hit KO, it is. So we could get some easy experience here for Typhlosion. Not that really Typhlosion needs it, but you know. Thunder Punch? Yeah, well, that's a crit, so we don't know. But anyway, so what we're going to be able to do now is we're going to be able to head through to Viridian City. I'm just going to check up top, see if there's anyone around there. You never know. There's an item, so we get an Ultra Ball. Always a good thing to get. And then we arrive here in Viridian City, and we've got this guy who's going to give us Nightmare, I believe, or Dream Eater. Not that that's a move that we're going to be able to really use, because we don't actually have anything that reliably puts opponents to sleep. So, now, what we're going to do next? We've got to heal up, certainly. Always good to heal up, so. Trainer House. Where in the world is the Viridian Gym leader? So obviously Blue is still missing. Then again, Blue is usually located in... he's usually located on Cinnabar Island after the volcano erupts there. So therefore, we shouldn't actually encounter him. Nicknames, so Ratty and Speary. So that guy wants to believe that he was an expert at catching Pokemon. What else do we have? We have the gym leader over here. Come on. This gym didn't have a leader till recently. A young man from Pallet Town did it. And we obviously know that that's Blue. But now what we're going to do is we're obviously going to be able to head south and get back onto the classic route of old, the one that, you know, everyone, well, loads of people would have started their Pokemon experience with. That is Route 1, Pallet Town to Viridian City. We have some trainers down here. Schoolboy has a Pyrite, so we're going to Charm again. And now we can fly. And we miss our fly, which is lovely. Oh man, you're kidding. Well, we're going to swap into Ariados here. Pyrite's going to kill itself in recoil. And then we got a Donphan, which we can Giga Drain. We do get outspared, but that's fine. We get most of the health that we lose back. Especially when we crit hit. That's always lovely, nice. It's got an Electabuzz. There's really no reason for us not to go straight into Donphan here. We just EQ. Goodbye. And then he's got a Dugong, so obviously, we're just going to Earthquake, see if we can live. We can live! Wow, I didn't expect to live that. And we get a crit just to rub it in. Sweet. So obviously, because it's not our mum, we're not going to be able to get healed in Viridian. So we should definitely start heading back. And then, so yeah, that's you. We've got another trainer here, it looks like. And we're just also going to very quickly check some of the Pokemon, see if we've got anything new around here. Obviously, we're searching at night time. You see Wild Noctowl. I'm sure we've caught a... We must have caught a Hoothoot. Eradicate. Murkrow, which obviously we already have. Yeah. So nothing too new there. We'll go quickly back into again. We need Togetic to start, you know, to keep up with the levels. Cool Trainer would like to battle. She's got a Kingler. I'm just going to set up the Solar Beam. Body Slam is going to do a bunch to us, and of course we get fully paralyzed because that's the rule. And he's going to go for the Hyper Beam and miss. Going to land the Hyper Beam this time. We get 2 Giga Drains off, and that is actually going to take out the Kingler. He's going to send up Nidoqueen next. So obviously I can Psychic here. We can expect the ground type move incoming. I'm just going to... no, it's got Fire Blast. And of course gets the crit, because, you know. Why not? Why not crit? And of course, why not freeze me as well? Why not? Not getting much luck with the hacks at the moment. But anyway. Cool Trainer goes down. Thankfully, you know, it didn't like completely destroy our challenge of the Elite Four. Which is actually probably come on, now we can run away. Good. Okay, so Pallet Town. We've obviously got Red's house here. We can talk to his mum, who says that she has no idea where she is. We can talk to Daisy, who says her brother is the Viridian gym leader, but there's no one going. You know, he's often around. Cinnabar's volcano erupted. It hurled boulders that cut off Route 21 indefinitely. I wonder if the people of Cinnabar are safe. Okay. Oh, we've also got Professor Oak's aides here. And we can have a quick word with Professor Oak, who advises us to obviously challenge the Kanto gym badges. So he's challenging us to, so yeah, he tells us that a decent idea would be to challenge. As you can see, a little bit's added onto the end here. We already have caught a Tangler. I did not realise this. Well, that's not fun. Fine. Well, I'm assuming this will be a battle. Yeah, so we've got another fisherman here who starts off with the Tentacruel. We will go into Ursaring. Hydro Pump does come through. We can Earthquake here. It should be a 2-hit. Ah, there we go. Just 1-hit KO. Beautiful. Next up, he's got a Starmie. I'm just going to Strength. The Hydro Pump is not going to take me out, which is surprising, in my opinion. But then again, he is only level... I suppose he's level 69, so not quite as high as we've been sort of seeing recently. I'm just going to Earthquake here. I could Strength. I probably should have Strengthed, actually, but... what are the odds we can get up a Solar Beam? None at all. So, Surf is neutral. Because obviously ground is weak to water. And then he's got a Cloister. I'm going to start biting. Bite does well over half. That is crazy damage. So he says he'll just go back to fishing. Typhlosion is now our lead Pokemon, which is actually very good. Again, we can just sort of see if there are anything else around here. We see Wild Weeping Bell. More Wild Tangler. More, yeah. Normally we'd see Wild Tangler here, so this isn't too surprising to see more Wild Tangler. So I'll be quite happy to move on from here, and we'll be able to head back up Route 1. As we see Wild Poliwhirl on Route 1. Anything else? Yeah, Wild Poliwhirl, Wild Raticate, nothing really, nothing new yet, which is kind of disappointing, but anyway. And now obviously what we're going to be able to do is we are going to be able to start heading through Viridian Forest, and hopefully we'll be able to, you know, do some real, you know, battle some trainers, have some good battles around here. I might need to get my cut TM back. But anyway, so we're going to take on the Super Nerd to start off with. He starts off with a Magcargo. Which obviously is a rock type. So we'll go into Vaporeon here, expecting the rock. He's going to Toxic actually, not Rock Slide, I'm surprised. But Toxic, I suppose it's a good middle ground play. He's now got the Exeggutor. I'm just going to Ice Beam here. I want to see how much it does. We get the Freeze, which is really lucky. Obviously we'll take it. And then a Magneton, we can obviously go straight into Donphan. And Earthquake. He even Thunders my Donphan, so he obviously didn't have anything for ground types. Which is a bit foolish, obviously, given that that's Electric type's greatest fear, really. Anyway, we're going to take on this Bug Catcher as well, who's got, starts off with a Butterfree. Unfortunately, we get paralyzed. And naturally, Psywave should not be doing that much. Anyway, we get a crit hit Fly, so Togetic is going to get a kill, which is good. Got a Heracross, and... well, I'm going to try. We land a Fly, which is really, really good, and we take out the Heracross. First time, which is lovely. And Sludge Bomb is obviously an issue. We do get poisoned, obviously, because, you know... Again, they seem to be getting all of the secondary effects on their moves recently. But anyway, we're going to be able to obviously rush back, and just as we get that lovely turn from night into day. So, now what we can do is we can actually go back to Route 1, just see if there's anything different, as there are wild Pikachu here, so... we will go into our Donphan, and we will just, we'll Toxic. And then we will start, we'll just Defense Curl essentially, we'll let this Pikachu get whittled away by Toxic for a while. I think this is actually going to be our only chance, so I am going to save just beforehand. Save. And there we go, we catch ourselves a Pikachu, just the mouse Pokemon. I thought it was the electric mouse Pokemon, but just the mouse Pokemon. As we see it was Pidgeot. Wild Pidgeotto. Wild Skip Plume. Do we have a Hoppip? I'm sure we have a Hoppip, surely. What else do we have? That's the phone going off. I might actually have to answer that. So... yeah, I'm just going to pause it quickly. I know. Apologies for that. Yeah, just needed to answer the phone. Anyway, so we're going to be able to head back up here. We've just fought a couple of these trainers. They're the only trainers that we can battle at the moment. Obviously, I could do the cut path, but I don't plan on doing it yet. Viridian Forest is a natural maze. I think these are the sort of people that we normally see in here. Because obviously, last time, when they remade it in Gold, Silver, Crystal, Viridian Forest was completely sort of removed almost from the game. But as you can see, the maker of this hack has decided that Viridian Forest is far more important an area than Game Freak obviously thinks it is, and that it should almost certainly get another go. So, has been remade. We see Great Balls, we see Wild Parasect, which are actually particularly weak to flying, which means that should be very nice experience for Togetic. Gloom obviously can survive one, which is really annoying. Because obviously if they put like Sleep Powder or something like that on me, then it's just going to be very annoying. And thankfully we outspeed Parasect, which is really good. So we see Gloom and Parasect. Love to see if there were Pikachu here, obviously, because, you know, you occasionally get those rare Pikachu in... But anyway, so I came to Viridian Forest to expand my collection of bug Pokemon. So it's this bug catcher who sends out a Ledian. So obviously, bug flying. He's going to set up the frickin'. He's gonna start raising his evasiveness. So I'm just gonna go straight into Typhlosion here. Be like, no, you're not gonna try and avoid me. We see the Shuckle, which is kind of frustrating. We're going to go into Vaporeon. Sandstorm comes into play, and I didn't mean to bite there at all. As it goes to the Swagger, which is not fun. Never fun. Especially when there's just continual damage here. There we go, we get off the surf. Down goes the Shuckle. The good news is that obviously we've wasted a large part of the... I'm gonna fly. I'm just gonna. We do live the double edge, and we land a fly, and that does not do enough. Go back into Vaporeon, let the double edge take me out, and then Togetic gets all the. Togetic would get all the experience. Oh, did it Giga Drain? I guess it must have Giga Drained. It must have Giga. Interesting. But anyway. So then, final Pokemon is the Pinsir, and we can Flamethrower it. Down goes the Pinsir. And there's something else. So, my bug Pokemon, he wants... There you go, he says he travelled to Johto to take part in the bug catching contest. They're all looking for either strong bug Pokemon or the gym leader, it seems, around here, which is pretty... I like the fact that you got that training, so like, you know, where is the gym leader and all that. I don't know whether he was in the original game, but I like the fact he's in this. Just, again, sort of adds to that for sort of frustration that obviously you've got certain trainers that, or certain gym leaders that aren't particularly conducive to various, to being a gym leader almost. Alright, we get ourselves a dire hit, which obviously isn't really anything to shout about. We're going to continue to make our way around here. I still don't think we'll be able to. I don't think we'll be able to take Butterfree down in one hit, personally. But we have a trainer here, a picnicker. She sends out a Golduck to start off with. I'm going to set up the Solar Beam, lands the Blizzard, but we get the Solar Beam off, and we get a crit even just to ensure that the Golduck goes down. We will go into Vaporeon for the Rapidash, and good use of Sunny Day. We'll go into Ursaring in case it goes for the Solar Beam. Nah, just Fire Blast. And we get the burn. And we'll be outsped, and Fire Blast will take us out if it lands. Which of course it does, but anyway. Ow! Boosted! Sun boosted Solar Beam so much. Anyway, we can expect... I'm going to expect a Solar Beam here. So I'm going to go into Typhlosion. Solar Beam does come. Typhlosion comes through, Flamethrower, it just takes that out. I didn't want to risk anything else really, I think that made most sense. We have another trainer here. He's got a Parasect, and we should outspeed. We do outspeed. Fly is a one-hit KO. And he's got a second Parasect, and that's gonna... Did he say, I love mushrooms? I think that's what he said. I got quite a few tiny mushrooms, but I can't seem to find a single big mushroom. I wish I had one. So we're going to see if we can reach the end of Viridian Forest without needing to heal up again. Obviously Typhlosion should have a massive type advantage against most of these trainers. Who's down for us? Only Ursaring, okay. Even though Ursaring is sort of the Pokemon that we need. But yeah, I'm going to switch in Ariados just for this battle. So, let's see what this guy has to say. Campo would like to battle, sends out the Ursaring. So we'll go into... Could go into Donphan. We'll go into Typhlosion, actually. Goes for the Hyper Beam. We're just going to Reversal. Reversal should be at least a one-hit. Probably a two-hit KO, actually, from there. But anyway, well, obviously not, because we saw it wasn't. But anyway, we're going to go... We're just going to get off some damage here. Let our Typhlosion go down. We then go into our Vaporeon, and we can Bite. And Bite should be, definitely a 2-hit KO. He thankfully misses the Zap Cannon, but obviously Zap Cannon is a 50% accuracy move, so really, you know, you can't say that I was lucky as such. It was more, he just chose a rather, you know, a move that doesn't have great accuracy. We're going to go quickly bring Togetic back to the front as we find ourselves a full heal. It's actually a nice place to level up Togetic, just with those Parasects give a decent amount. But anyway, if you're Contorgrass wearing shorts, do you get nicks and cuts? Starts off with the Heracross. We don't avoid the Mega Horn, but we do land the Fly. That doesn't take him out. I'm going to go into Ariados here. Mega Horn misses. And then we'll Psychic here. Flail, obviously, being at low health, is actually going to do a decent amount, but anyway. There's what we want to see. So several Pokemon around here that are quadruply weak to flying, which is quite nice. But anyway, we arrive on the other side of Route 2, and we have Pewter City here. And I think we'll certainly battle Brock and his trainers. Let's see. We'll see how they sort of what sort of level they're at. Magmar for Tauros, interesting. So if we catch a Tauros, we've got two Pokemon to try and we've got to try and catch two of them. Snoozing with the radio on. The Pewter Museum of Science is going to be closed, as you can see. Gym Leader used Rock types. We got the marked. This guy gives us a Silver Wing. Okay, so we can encounter Luke. Hopefully encounter Lugia inside the Whirl Islands. We've got some mint berries and some ice berries, but the pack is full, is it? So, and then obviously we have Route 3 here as well. But obviously we are going to try and take on Brock. We'll see what sort of level his Pokemon are at. I don't expect it to be too much higher. I think Ariados is going to play a decent role in this, just because obviously rock types are quite limited, and several of the rock types that there are significantly weak to grass, as well as water. So obviously Vaporeon will be naturally a strong choice, but I think Ariados will actually have a role to play as well. Also Ursaring with Earthquake, Donphan with Earthquake. There are lots of Pokemon here with decent type matchup against Brock. So, we go in with, actually, do we have enough items? We've got a bunch of full heals, as usual. Got loads of max potions, 7 revives. I think that'll be enough. So, it looks like, so they're going to make it more difficult by obviously forcing us to do 2 battles in a row. I'm going to Giga Drain, and we nearly killed a Golem. Would have been nice if we could have. As he goes into the Dug Trio, which will outspeed us, because the Dug Trio is crazy fast. We're going to Togetic. He goes to the Rock Slide, interesting. I expected the Earthquake. Well, we now definitely know that the Rock Slide is coming, so I'm going to go for Vaporeon here. And we'll Surf. There's the Earthquake, as you can see. Crit hit. Obviously did matter in terms of how much damage that did. We're not going to try and get Ariados back in, unfortunately. But anyway, so here, at this gym, I feel at home. It says this hiker, he starts off with a Machamp. It's bound to know Rock Slide. We're going to Donphan here. If he's got the... We can Earthquake. Okay, he's just going to cross chop, that's fine. Again, we have great physical defense. Goes into Quagsire. I expect a Water type move. Could go into Togetic, could go into Ariados. It's whether we'll live is the thing. I'm going to go into Ariados first. Let's see if he's going to Ice Beam actually. Let's Giga Drain. We're going to get a huge amount of health back because obviously we went first, which is really, really good. That worked out really nicely actually. Going to bring in the Ursaring here, which kind of sucks. I'm just going to Screech. He's going to outspeed me, and Screech fails, obviously. But we're going to go into our own Ursaring, I think, and we are going to... Good Dynamic Punch. We land a Dynamic Punch! Hoorah! He's going to get confused. We can have Strength. Beautiful. Down goes the Ursaring. Final Pokemon is a Rhydon. We're going to Earthquake. I want to see how much that does. That does a decent amount, actually. We can Earthquake again, and down goes the Rhydon. Lovely. So the hiker goes down. We only lost Ariados in that battle, so we're going to revive you up. Gonna full restore on, max potion on Vaporeon and on healing up. We're gonna heal up our Ursaring as well, just to be sure. We'll still let Ariados lead off. I don't know. I just feel like it. We might be letting Ariados go down rather fast here, but anyway. So this guy says his Pokemon are revived from fossils, which you have to start with the one that we can't really deal with. We'll go straight into Vaporeon here, expecting the Rock Wing attack actually. So you're going to go for the EQ. That obviously doesn't get stabbed, which is really, really useful. He's now going to bring out the Omastar. We can Surf. That's going to do a bunch of damage. He actually gets the Ancient Power boost, but we take him out with Surf, which is really good. He's got a Carbitops here with Hyper Beam. So I'm going to go to Ariados. Obviously, Hyper Beam means he must recharge, which means we can get a Giga Drain off. That's going to bring us back down to a huge... So get us back a huge amount of health. He's now going to Ancient Power us, but we can Sludge Bomb. Down goes the Carbitops. And this guy says he knows everything there is to know about Pokemon battling, which is saying a lot. I'm going to Sludge Bomb. I just want to get some damage off on the Sudowoodo, as he's going to Rock Slide me. I'm going to go to Donphan here, and we're just going to Earthquake. That takes out the Sudowoodo, that's great news. He's going to bring out a Slowbro, which is not a good Pokemon for us to see. But it's got Ice Beam and all that sort of stuff. I'm going to go into Ursa Ring as he's going to go for the Blizzard, and we're just going to Strength. He's going to T-Wave me as we get a crit, which is really, really good. Is he going to bring out the Donphan? I'm just going to, if we can get off an Ice Punch, that would be lovely. We can't. Well, my Donphan, he could get Rollout, I guess. But I'm going to go into Togetic here. I don't know what this Donphan will have in terms of, like, as we're going to take in Sunlight. He does like Ancient Power. I think he gets Ancient Power through Breeding, though. And anyway, so we're going to be able to send off our Solar Beam here. That's going to do a huge amount of damage to the Donphan. We can very quickly go into Typhlosion here and just Flamethrower. He's got 2 more Pokemon, starting off with the Corsola. So we're going to Thunder Punch him. It should do a good amount. Earthquake comes in and does not do much to me. Obviously, he doesn't get stabbed. And then he's got a Magneton. And obviously we do have Donphan actually left over, so just going to bring in Donphan here. T-Wave is not going to affect me. He's going to Toxic me, but that's all he can really do. And there we go. So we take out everyone, and now we've just got to heal up Max, get everyone healed up before taking on Brock for the first time. And we'll be able to see what sort of Pokemon he's going to have, and, you know, what sort of threat he's going to pose to us. And then I think we'll call that a day for this episode. Obviously, it's been a bit stop-start, so I don't really know what sort of the time is, but, so it might be a bit shorter, but, you know. It's all good, it's all good. So, anyway, now we need to check our Pokemon's PP. So, you have 8 Earthquakes, that's good. You have 10 Surfs, that's fine. 6 Earthquakes, that's good. 9 Solar Beams, that's fine. That's all good. Giga Drain is the only one that we really need to update. So again, we're going to start off. Well, do we want to? I'm just trying to think. What else is this likely to have? If we're going to go by, like, you know, classic Brock in terms of, like, his team from the anime, they might have, like, given him a Ninetales or something like that. But anyway, we're going to start off and battle Brock here. So, here we go. Leader Brock would like to battle. He starts off with a Crobat of all things. That's terrible news for us. So we're going to very quickly go into Vaporeon. He's going to double team. We're going to have to hope that we can land an Ice Beam through Confusion. Well, we'll go into Typhlosion then, if you're going to do that. And we're going to Thunder Punch. We land a Thunder Punch, which is good news. We even get Paralysis, which is amazing. Just because it obviously means that... that poisoning is really annoying because obviously it means I can't endure reversal. That's a strategy that now is just not available for me. We can expect a Rock Slide here. Because he's brought it in on my Typhlosion. I might go into Donphan, might go into Vaporeon. I'm going to go into Donphan here. He's actually going to EQ. That's also fine. He's going to Cross Chop and miss. That's even better. Praying this Earthquake takes him out. It doesn't quite, which is really annoying. But he misses. It's bad luck for him, but good news for us. As we're going to be able to... I'm going to Toxic this Kangaskhan. You know, if we can cut through Paralysis, obviously. Or I might go into Ursa Ring here, and we can Deep Dynamic Punch. That's going to do a nice chunk of damage. He's going to make him confused. We're just going to Strength now. It's going to hurt itself with Confusion. That's great. So Kangaskhan goes down. He's going to bring out the Steelix. We could Earthquake here. I'm tempted to, actually, because I don't think Ursa Ring really does much against the rest. I'm going to Earthquake here. That does a good amount of damage. I'm going to Earthquake again. Just use up turns of Sandstorm, because obviously Sandstorm's just frustrating, largely. So, I'm going to go into Typhlosion here, just because speed. Flamethrower comes through, does a good amount of damage. He's going to bring in the Golem. I should have gone into Vaporeon, really. I'm going to go into Ariados here, risking... He's going to Earthquake, that's great. As long as he didn't Rock Slide. We can Giga... He outspeeds me, which is surprising. I just said. But anyway, we're going to be able to Solar Beam using Togetic. That's going to take out the Golem, despite being level 81, which is huge. And now we've got a T-Tar, which is obviously quadruply weak to fighting. We're just going to try and set up a Solar Beam here. He's going to Rock Slide. That's probably going to take me out because Tyranitar has huge, huge attack. We'll be able to go into a Vaporeon here. We're going to Surf. It's going to take him down to lot. Wow, that doesn't really do as much as I hoped it would. But we do live, that's really good. And down goes the Cheetah. And we defeat Brock. So he's going to give us the Boulder Badge. And the world is huge. There are still many strong trainers like you. Just wait and see. I'm going to become a lot stronger too. So we beat Brock at the Pewter City Gym. We can rush around and heal up. And yeah, that's really good. So what I might actually do is I might just try and, just because I don't know exactly what sort of time we're at, I'm going to try and reach the bottom of Mount Moon. I feel like that's a decent spot to try and get to. And we'll try and get everyone up to level 80. We didn't actually, Brock didn't say whether our level limit had increased there. We'll see, it was fixed at, oh, you are kidding me. That's just so bad luck. It was fixed at... Defense can go up from Steelwing? I did not know that. Anyway, we were fixed at level 82 before doing the Elite Four. I don't know, maybe upon beating the Elite Four, we get, you know, our max level is increased, or maybe Brock increases it and it sort of increases steadily over the course of Kanto. But we don't actually know, because we weren't told. So, as far as I could tell. But anyway, this guy says he can run like the wind. It's got a Raichu, so it's going to go straight into Donphan. It's going to go for the Reflect, which is actually a decent strategy if Raichu didn't have such pathetic defenses. Bring in the Venusaur. I kind of want to go into Typhlosion, kind of want to go into Togetic. Go into Togetic. Giga Drain is not going to do a lot to us. We're going to be able to fly here. We avoid the Leech Seed, which is great. I forgot that actually he had a Reflect up, which sort of sucks. He gets the Body Slam and gets the Paralysis, which means he does outspeed me, which means he could put me to sleep with Sleep Powder if he had, you know, had the urge to. Anyway, we'll bring in Donphan on the Arcanine, and we can Earthquake. Down goes the Arcanine, and we defeat the youngster. Did he have... No, he didn't. I wonder why he said run. I can run like the wind. I was wondering if he would have, like, you know, themed team or some sort of reason why he might say that, but it seems not. It's not certainly like all those Pokemon are fast. You look strong, I was afraid to take you on. I wear shorts the whole year round, that's my fashion policy. So we see Wild Sandslash. What else are there around here? Wild Arbok. They go down, they do go down to Earthquake, which is good. I am enjoying using Ursaring, I must say. I think Ursaring is proving to be a very good Pokemon. There you go. Take it in return. I wonder. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So anyway, got this guy. The weather is fine as ever. It says Fire Breather. He starts off with a Weezing, which is actually not a bad Pokemon for us. We can Earthquake. He misses the Fire Blast, which is really good news. Earthring's going to go to level 78. He's got a Magmar, and again we're just going to Earthquake. And he's got a Gyarados. Interesting. For a Fire Breather, that is. We'll Strength it. It does have the Fire Blast. So obviously water is now obviously weakened, because water's power is weakened in Bright Sun. Is there... There's a rival battle, I forgot about that. So yeah, we will stop just before our rival battle. I forgot that we had a rival battle at this. It occurs at the top of this bit. As we get Toxic, which sort of sucks. Which means I should probably make sure everyone is well and healed. Mount Moon Square upstairs. Okay, so we've got another Fire Breather. I'm going to switch in Vaporeon just straight away, just because I don't really want to take too much damage. Send out the Houndoom. So we're just going to surf here. Sunny day. Are you going to Solar Beam? Because if you are going to Solar Beam, I'm going to go into Typhlosion. You are going to Solar Beam, and I'm going to Reversal, even though it's like base 20 power at the moment. There we go. So cool. So we will heal up our Typhlosion just to be sure. I'm going to quickly check our moves for PP. So we've got 25, 14, 10, 10. 13, 10, 15, 15, 10, 20, 15, 15, 10, 20, 40, 10, 13, 12, 5, 5, and 10, 40. Okay, cool. So, we have pretty much everyone ready and set. We are going to kick off the next episode with the battle against our rival that I'm pretty sure occurs if we just step through here. Bingo! There he is. There's Lucas. Now we'll show you. Well, I'm going to leave it here at this sort of, just as we're about to face off against our rival. For the final time, I believe. Lucas wants to battle. So I hope you have enjoyed this episode of my playthrough of Pokemon Pyrite, and I hope you will join me on the next.